YSL rappers Young Thug and Gunna have been denied bond once again, meaning both rappers will now sit in jail until their trial date of January 9th, 2023. Now this all occurred after a new update was released in the Young Thug and Gunna RICO case. In court, it was announced that Thug and his YSL associates are responsible for over 50 passings of rival street members, with active instances of firearm use in the public. The Fulton County District Attorney Fannie Willis spoke with the local Atlanta news station, adding that the indictment reportedly includes allegations of 3 passings and dozens more. One passing has been identified as Donovan Thomas. Young Thug is accused of renting the 2014 Infiniti Q50 sedan from Hertz that was used in the Thomas passing. They add, Thomas's passing is extremely significant. Willis said it occurred back in 2015. And what myself and any law enforcement member can tell you, as a result of the back and forth firearm use, many passings have occurred. There has probably been about 50 since 2015. Now this is from the back and forth between YSL versus other teams. Now this new information got the attention of rapper Tekashi 6ix9ine, with the first rapper reaction being an Instagram story from 6ix9ine, sharing the famous clip of Gunna snitching in court. 6ix9ine shared a video clip from a skit of Gunna telling the officer that if he gets a Big Mac, fries, and a Coke, then he may remember what happened. Obviously, this is a skit that Gunna was involved in a few years prior, but it doesn't mean the New York rapper doesn't believe Gunna will snitch in real life. The 6ix9ine and YSL beef dates back many years, as Young Thug said in an interview during 2020 that 6ix9ine was going to snitch in his case, which he obviously ended up doing. Young Thug says, I bet 5,000 that he tells, and he, Gunna, bet 5,000 that nothing is gonna happen to him. As Young Thug then put up a second bet, saying, I bet him 5,000 that something was gonna happen to him too. So obviously 6ix9ine, seeing Young Thug and Gunna arrested for RICO, made him quite happy. Now once the breaking news of the YSL mansion was being raided by the feds, resulting in Young Thug, Gunna, and 26 other members of YSL being arrested, many huge name rappers shared support for Thug and Gunna. And it was this footage here that made rappers believe that this incident truly just happened. Now when watching the footage, you see Young Thug in handcuffs, walking towards a police car. Now it wasn't long until reactions started coming out. Starting with Tekashi 6ix9ine once again, he posted even more photos to his Instagram story, saying things such as, now bro can be himself, put Kool-Aid on them lips, to I wish this was fake, the jail about to go crazy for bro, and then saying, okay, I'm done, nah, free sis, I mean bro. Now this kind of thing is to be expected from 6ix9ine, and with many rappers telling YSL members to retaliate against him, I guarantee this will not be happening, as any member of YSL should be staying far, far away from 6ix9ine, as this just occurred a few weeks ago, when rapper 42 Dugg tried starting an online beef with 6ix9ine. The famous rap lawyer then stated this video about their beef.
Did the back and forth between 42 Dugg and Tekashi 6ix9ine cause the feds to escalate their pursuit of 42 Dugg? I would actually say absolutely yes. Let me explain this to you. March 12th is when 42 Dugg was supposed to report to the federal prison. It wasn't until April 29th that the feds actually went out and started looking for him. What happened on April 26th and April 27th? The Dugg and Tekashi 6ix9ine internet exchange about starting a boxing.
So when 6ix9ine gets into any online beef with the feds, they're very quick to look over it. This is what triggered the 42 Dugg manhunt, resulting in his arrest, as news outlets reported that 42 Dugg failed to surrender himself into jail. That's when a manhunt was then created by a special forces police team to find the Detroit rapper, as the rapper was only supposed to serve a 6-month prison sentence. Sadly, with 4-2 Doug ducking law enforcement, his new prison sentence may be upwards to 5 years. Now, it wasn't long until the highly respected Metro Boomin broke his silence on the Young Thug and Gunna YSL case. As Metro tweets, YSL is not a team and has never been a team. YSL is a registered LLC and has provided countless jobs and opportunities for underprivileged people, and really just all people, because that's how big Young Thug's heart is. He adds to it saying, using song lyrics to indict a man is lame and a joke. Those are the same lyrics that have made billions for these corporations over the past decade. I'm waiting now to see who's gonna step up and use those same resources now that the coin has turned. Or are y'all just gonna turn the other way and leave guys just how Interscope did Tupac in 1995? Now, Metro Boomin's reaction is to the official police report of Young Thug and Gunna's arrest, which starts by saying, the night of May 9th, breaking news was released. Rappers Young Thug, Gunna, and among 28 defendants charged in a 56-count indictment in Fulton County. The 56-count grand jury indictment charges 28 members and associates of Young's Lime Life, known as YSL. The indictment includes charges of conspiracy to violate the Racketeer, Influence, and Corrupt Organizations, known as the RICO Act, as well as armed robbery and participation in criminal street activity. News TV captured this exclusive image of authorities taking Young Thug into custody earlier this evening. According to the 56-count indictment, Young Thug is facing charges of participation in street activity and conspiring to violate the Racketeer, Influence, and Corrupt Organizations, known as RICO. Gunna is facing 1 count of conspiring to violate RICO. After reviewing the 88-page indictment, there are some very serious allegations against Young Thug. In court, prosecutors say that YSL is a criminal street team that started in late 2012 in the Cleveland Avenue area of Atlanta. YSL claims affiliation with the National Red. YSL's founders were Jeffrey Williams, aka Young Thug, aka Slime, then Walter Murphy, aka DK, and then Trontavious Stevens, aka Tick. Young Thug is accused of renting a 2014 Infiniti Q50 sedan from Hertz, which was used in the commission of the passing of Donovan Thomas Jr., a rival street member, on January 10, 2015. According to the indictment, prosecutors allege that 2 associates of YSL, known as Christian and Antonio, also worked to get permission of Young Thug to make a second attempt on YFN Lucci while he was being jailed in Fulton County. Prosecutors say that Sergio Kitchens, known as Gunna, another associate of YSL, is accused of appearing in a video released on social media titled Fox 5 wearing a YSL pendant and slat pendant. Now, sadly, a few days into Young Thug and Gunna's arrest, Lil Keed sadly passed. A young, aspiring rapper signed to the YSL label sadly passed out of the blue. Now, this tied into many other reactions from rappers, with reactions even from Young Thug and Gunna while in jail. Zaytoven Beats shared this photo with saying, at Lil Keed, working with you was an honor and a pleasure, followed by Lil Nar tweeting, rest easy Lil Keed, I can't believe I'm even seeing this right now. I'm sick to my stomach. My brother was a good-hearted man. Now, this then led into Young Thug's own reaction to the passing of Keed. Lil Got It posts this saying, just talking to Young Thug yesterday. Keed, you messed him up with this one, but we know you're gonna be guarding him through these times, and you're gonna make sure that he's gonna be alright. We the proud family, can't nothing stop us. Now, with the passing of Lil Keed happening a few days after 28 members of YSL, including Young Thug and Gunna, were arrested for RICO, many people couldn't believe it. This is when a viral tweet came out saying, there's no way that Young Thug, Gunna, and most of YSL gets arrested. Then Lil Keed sadly passes. Something's going on, bruh. YSL is being targeted. This made people dig deeper into this theory, as then new evidence was released on YSL rapper Young Thug. Law enforcement stated during a press conference that there's new wiretap evidence against the YSL founder, putting out a hit towards YFN Lucci. Now, in the evidence files, it states that Garlington and Quantavius, associates of YSL, was speaking over a cell phone to an incarcerated Fulton County inmate. They discussed protecting an incarcerated YSL associate from rival team members. Garlington and Quantavius, while speaking over a cell phone to the inmate, they discussed going after another Fulton County inmate who had recently went after a YSL associate locked up in the same county jail. Garlington and Quantavius did unlawfully commit the felony offense of conspiracy to possess telecommunication devices by an inmate while speaking over a cell phone to an incarcerated Fulton County inmate. They discussed a plan to fly a drone carrying a cell phone beyond guard lines to a window at the Fulton County jail and then drop the phone off. Now, it's no secret that Young Thug is being jailed at Fulton County, or at least was for the time being. And to simplify what this evidence means, associates of YSL made a plan to fly a cell phone taped to a flying drone over the fence. They were then going to park the drone beside one of the windows at the jail, where then an inmate would then grab the phone. Now, obviously, law enforcement, they watched the drone fly in. Rather than stopping the drone and confiscating the cell phone, they actually allowed the cell phone to be planted inside of the jail. Instead, they would just wiretap the phones to build a bunch of evidence against all of the inmates' cases. Now, luckily enough for law enforcement, the cell phone was then handed to a YSL associate who then shared a lot of evidence against YFN Lucci on the phone. This is where allegedly they learned that YSL member Young Thug put out a hit towards YFN Lucci. Now, once all of this evidence started to get released, many people realized that Gunna really doesn't have anything to do with this RICO case, yet he still continues to get denied bond, which he will now have to wait until 2023 for the chance of being released. This is when fans and rappers started digging deeper. Gunna will most likely be making a plea deal with the feds, which is why they're going to be holding him in jail until that time comes. Now, it's no secret, DJ Academics even reported it during a live stream. Gunna has very little part in this case. He had just signed to the YSL label and is very close friends with Young Thug. With Tekashi 6ix9ine and a few other rappers believing that Gunna will be snitching on Young Thug and YSL, what do you think? Let us know down below in the comments.